SummerSlam 2019 season rolls on here on the GoodMicWork channel. What's up, everyone? Back at you with another watch-along. For those of you who tuned into the last one, you already knew I was going to do this one. The last one I did a couple of days ago, I took a look back at the SummerSlam 2002 main event between The Rock and Brock Lesnar. And the reason I wanted to do that is because Brock Lesnar is heading into the main event of this year's SummerSlam again as world champion, and he's on a lot of the fans' shit list right now. So I thought it would be nice to take a look back at some of the more pleasant moments in Brock Lesnar's career, and I decided to do a watch-along for my two favorite Brock Lesnar matches in SummerSlam history. The first one, of course, was with The Rock in 2002, and this one is with our old pal John Cena from back in 2014. One of my favorite matches ever because I was doing commentaries, I was doing YouTube videos around that time, and I remember how angry the fans were. Much like they're angry at Brock Lesnar right now, they were very angry at John Cena for the same reason. Felt like WWE kept going back to him. Enough with Cena already, the fans kept saying. And I was, for once, in defense of this particular title run of John Cena. The problem with the fans is they rejected any title run by him, even ones that are meant to be a transitional reign, like this one was. You got to remember, back in 2014, Daniel Bryan won the belt at WrestleMania, won both titles at WrestleMania 30 in the main event, got injured. They had to make different plans. They had to go in a different direction. Had Daniel Bryan not gotten injured, it would have likely been Daniel Bryan in this match against Brock Lesnar. So they put the belt on John Cena in order to switch the title to Brock in dominant fashion at SummerSlam. And don't forget, Brock Lesnar kind of owed John Cena a victory from when he returned in 2012 and got beat at Extreme Rules. So Cena had this coming. I saw it coming a mile away, but the fans were so soured on John Cena, they refused to believe it. They were certain that he was going to go in there. Even after Brock beat the streak, they were 100% convinced that Cena was going to go in there and squash Brock Lesnar. And I kept telling everyone that ain't going to be the case, but even I did not see this coming. I knew Brock was going to win. I knew 1,000,000%, but I had no idea it was going to be a squash. And we still have not seen anything like that since. You have to appreciate how important this was. I mean, this is the main event of the second biggest pay-per-view on WWE's yearly schedule, and they decide to have a squash in the main event. I can only think of one other time where we've seen a squash in the main event, and that also involved Brock a couple years later when he faced Goldberg at Survivor Series. So it was not something that they did very often, and it was something that we've never seen before. WWE in the past, I don't think would have had the balls to do a squash match in a main event because they might think the fans thought they got robbed or something, but the fans were so fed up with Cena. This was a glorious moment for everybody, including myself. Even though I defended Cena and I had not nearly the issue with him that the rest of the audience did, I was tired of him too. So to see this happen and to see that WWE isn't afraid to have Cena lose, and not only lose, but get beat like a dog the way he did, was incredible. So let's watch this anal raping together, shall we? As per usual with all of my watch-alongs, I'm going to give you the timestamp to go to, and what's interesting about this one is this timestamp is awfully close. I can't remember what the stamp was in the previous video, but I think it's just a couple of seconds difference here. So for SummerSlam 2014, by the way, by now, I hope you have fired up your WWE Network. The only way you can really follow along with me is to watch on the WWE Network. So unfortunately, you really need to be a subscriber because that will help you the best. But if you pull up SummerSlam 2014 on the network, go to the timestamp of 2 hours, 23 minutes, and 15 seconds. I'll flash that right on the screen there. And basically, where you want to pause it, the screen's going to go black, and you're going to pause it right after Brock Lesnar says, because they're running the video package for the buildup of the match, and Brock Lesnar says that he's going to leave John Cena laying in a pool of his own blood, urine, and vomit, which is great. And that's pretty much exactly what he did. So as soon as Brock says that, hit pause. You'll be at 2 hours, 23 minutes, and 15 seconds. And we're all going to hit play together here in just a minute. As usual, there will be no audio here. I don't want my audio overlapping with yours. That could be confusing. I can't show the screen either. So unfortunately, you're just going to have to follow along on your own. I'm going to put my earphones in, and we're just going to talk about this match. And it's not going to be much. I mean, it's going to be Brock Lesnar just doing his thing. I have not watched this match since I did a top 10 SummerSlam matches video a few years ago, maybe like 3 years ago, and this match was like the number 2 selection in that top 10 countdown. I'll put a link to that in the top right-hand corner there with a bunch of other watch-alongs. And I remember even being surprised back then how much of an ass beating this really was. So it's been probably at least 3 years since I've seen this match. So it should be fun. So anyway, we're going to do a count of 3 here to hit play. So get your finger ready on your mouse or your remote control or your iPad or whatever. And in the count of 3, we're going to hit play. Are you ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. And here comes Brock. By the way, timer will be on the screen here for you, so you can pause, fast forward, rewind, whatever you want to do. Just match up your network timer to the timer on the screen, and you'll be ready to rock. And here comes Brock. Looks a lot different than he did in 2002. Then again, so does Heyman. 12 years after the Brock versus Rock match. Still looking back, I don't see how you could have not thought he was going to win the title here. He beat The Undertaker's streak. They're going to have him lose to Cena 4 months later? Get the fuck out of here. I forgot who we have on the call here. Michael Cole and JBL. I don't know if anybody's with him. King is with him. Would have been interesting, though, had Daniel Bryan not got injured. Like I said, he'd probably be in this match. It'd be like a grizzly bear toying with a toddler. Brock awaits Cena. Yeah, Brock doesn't look like he's fucking around in this. No, Cena's making him wait. Might be a mistake there, Johnny. Oh, the glorious song. Currently where we are in WWE, July of 2019, Cena is not around. I do expect him to return soon and win that 17th world title and break Ric Flair's record. And I think he's going to do that by winning the Universal title because he's never won that belt before. So if it happens, remember, you heard it here first. I'd actually maybe put the title on John Cena at the Royal Rumble, have him drop it at WrestleMania. Kind of like The Rock from 2013. All right, here comes Cena. Remember that initial brawl they had when Brock came back and Cena's mouth got all busted up? They had a hell of a brawl at Extreme Rules, and Brock dominated that too. Cena snuck in the back door and won that somehow. He would not be so lucky here. I was never a fan of the 2 belts. I always preferred 1 belt. I always thought it was like a pain in the ass for the champ to walk around with both belts. I wish they wouldn't have created the Universal title and they would have resurrected the big gold belt. The World Heavyweight title, the WCW title. I love that belt. Oh, Justin Roberts. I wish you were still there, man. Doing good in AEW so far, though. Look at Heyman. He knows it. There are so many blood, urine, vomit signs in the crowd. It's crazy. Not for long, Justin. All right. Charles Robinson is the official, and here we go. Did you ever see a alligator kill a gazelle? Cena charging him. This is like CM Punk versus, what was his name? The guy that Mickey Gall just kicked his ass. I mean, he pretty much mauled him right from the word go. I'm trying to remember how much offense Cena actually had in this, but not much. He's already got him in F5 position. Nailed him, just like that. Brock just toys with him the whole match. This match was crazy. Brock didn't even care Cena kicked out. It's like, you know, that F5 was like when a snake bites a mouse or its prey. It's like that initial bite, and then you just watch your victim just squirm around. And then you can just have your way with it. Play with it, kill it, eat it. Don't eat me, Brock. And he said, I'm going to kill you to Cena. It's kicking his face. I mean, that's a question for you guys. Which crowd do you think was more pro Brock? The 02 crowd or the 14 crowd? I think it's a fucking tie. Why did I not go to this? This was in LA, right? The fuck was I doing? Poor Cena, his little wristbands all busted up. I mean, the funny thing about this match, too, it didn't even have to be action-packed. We liked it slow. That was the story that was told. John Cena is fucked. Much like the last video, I'm sorry if there's a cat meowing in the background. I hope that's not annoying. I have my earphones on so I can't hear him, but I apologize if that's happening. Ugh. Cena took these Germans, too. Completely, mostly unprotected in a lot of these. By the way, these watch-alongs will improve in quality. I am doing some equipment upgrades right now. Hopefully my lighting is a little bit better than some of my ones earlier this year. But they'll even get better once I get a new camera in here. And hook me up. Suggestions down below. Survivor Series coming up in a couple of months. I'll do a bunch of these for it. I mean, this match was so glorious. It would have been cool if there was just a tiny bit of blood. Or maybe if Cena was like bleeding from the mouth. You don't have to have a crimson mask or anything like that for something like this. But just to have Brock just pulverize him so much to where after he pins him, Cena's just laying there and blood's coming out of his mouth. Like, he's just been internally mangled by Brock Lesnar. Would have been a nice touch, I think. To just cap off the beautiful story here. Cena would get what? At least one rematch. He was in a triple threat involving Brock, right? With Seth, I think. I think that rings a bell. And then I think he might have had another match with him too. Maybe it was the next pay-per-view. You guys got to help me out with my history there. Did Cena work Brock again at the very next show? Or the very next pay-per-view? I mean, Brock here, essentially where we sit in this match, he's already the champion. He's just fucking around with Cena. It's like when a killer whale teaches its young how to kill. They just play. They just play with this poor fish, or this poor seal, toy with its life, and then bite its head off when they're ready. You're a seal, Cena. Cena was a 15-time champ back in 2014, so he's only won the title once in 5 years? Cena always wins, huh? Is this the match where Suplex City is coined? Doesn't Brock say it here? I think. He might have already said it. I might have been talking. See, the way he's kneeing him in the midsection like that, that's why I think like bleeding from the mouth would have been a cool touch. Especially right here. Cena's coughing and hacking. Commentary team speculating on broken ribs and shit. Cena had a flurry of punches there and stopped in his tracks. I mean, at this point, I remember watching this thinking, if John Cena does score some sort of an upset victory, it's going to make it even worse, because he's getting killed. I was like, if he hits him with one F5 and pins him. John just got German. He's about to get German again. Jesus. Another one. Look at that. That's awesome. 3 in a row right there. He's going for a 4th. He is done. This match is over, man. Would have been an interesting finish, too, if Charles Robinson did stop it. They just rang the bell, like Cena's just done. Cena barely gets out of the nonchalant cover. Where's the spot where Brock laughs? That's fucking money. That's the whole pay-per-view right there. Oh. That might be in my thumbnail, actually. Brock's laugh. Cena's like, damn. Cena has no idea. Another one. Help him up, Brock. Jesus. We still might be 5 minutes away from the finish here. Maybe even more than that. I know at some point Cena hits an F5 or something, or AA. What does he call it? AA. Cena is selling it just to get another German. I don't know why the announcers are giving Brock shit. Cena's the one that's kicking out. 8 Germans. Even Heyman's like, ring the bell. Shit's done. German number 9. Oh, here's Cena with some back elbows. The chain gang lives. Oh, he's got Lesnar on the ropes. Oh, F5. Oh, counter. There's the AA. Oh, could you imagine? I thought watching that, I'm like, if he wins like that, oh my God, could you imagine the outrage? I would have even been pissed about that. Like, are you fucking kidding me? After all those Germans, he's gonna get one AA, which is essentially a fireman's carry, and beat Brock Lesnar of all people? Hell no. This is where he sits up, I think. King. Oh, there's Lesnar sitting up. They were doing a replay during this spot. Get back to full screen. Wow, look at Lesnar. Look at, even Cena's like, I'm fucked. Like, Brock essentially is still fresh. Come on, Cena, just get up. Now he's just pounding the shit out of John. Maybe he does bust him open here. I don't remember him any blood in this match, but shit, the way this reminds me of the Orton match where he opened him up with those elbows. 2016, right? The year before this was a great match too, involving Brock against CM Punk. Damn, I should do a watch along on that too. I don't think I have time. Wow. Brock is a sick man. Well, Cena, how much longer are you dragging this out? Oh, that's got to be 10. I think this is 11 and 12 here. Jesus. $13. I don't know what the official count on this was. Let's just call it 100. Round up. Die. Jesus. If Ken Shamrock was the ref, he would have stopped it by now. Does he pick him up and F5 him here, or do they go a little further? What's the time on this here? Oh yeah, they got to be wrapping this up here. It's got to be the finish. Another German. Oh, I was going to hit him with 3 more. We're somewhere in the neighborhood of 16 right now, I think. Give or take. Got boring chants out there, but this is kind of the fun of it, though. The dumbass fans chanting boring in the front row. They don't even know how great this is. Oh, Lord, Cena's going for the STFU. Cena, you sneaky bastard. Again, if he would have tapped here, I would have been like, nope, 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 nope. Oh, he just rolled right out, just peppering him now. Does he German him or just F5 him? There we go. There's the F5. This has got to be it. That's it. Unreal. Heyman knew it. Look at that shot of that guy. That's awesome. I mean, it wasn't necessarily shocking because Brock won. It was just shocking the nature of which he won. Look at Heyman. JBL, I don't like you, but you're 100% right. This most dominating performance in any WWE pay-per-view main event. Aside from maybe what Goldberg did to him a couple years later. But shit. I think that was every bit as memorable as the Rock match, just in a different way. You know, the Rock match, I think, overall was better. There's a little bit more going on than here, but the story of Cena, Super Cena, man who never loses, against all odds to get annihilated the way he did in 2014. At least gave me hope that WWE doesn't put John Cena over in the same way Roman Reigns doesn't put them over all the time. The fans like to say it's all the time, but it's really not. There are occasions where they say, no, it's not right to put them over in this situation. At least they recognize that. At least that's something. I'll never forget how many fans would tell me in YouTube comments back then how naive I was to think that Brock could win this match. You know WWE's going to put Cena over. Can't tell you how many times I saw that over and over and over and over. A gut-wrenchingly stupid amount of times. And there's the man, Brock. And then Brock would head into WrestleMania 15, drop it to, or WrestleMania 31, excuse me, and drop it to Seth in 2015. They're replaying the F5. That was pretty shocking, got to admit. Totally was. $16. Wow. No, I don't think Cena ever was the same. He would only go on to win one more title. That was a great ending to a SummerSlam. Got to admit that. It was great. I loved it. All right, that is a wrap. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to do here. Since Brock is going to be headlining this year's SummerSlam, I wanted to come up here and talk about some of his most memorable SummerSlam matches, and these two for sure are the most memorable that I remember watching him participate in two very career-defining moments. You know, one early in his career, one late in his career, but knocking off The Rock and Cena the way he did at SummerSlam, Brock was the man. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed these more fond memories of Brock Lesnar, and we might not have two terribly fond ones coming up this year at SummerSlam, but at least hopefully this helped put a smile on your face and get you in the mood for SummerSlam. So thanks again for hanging out and watching this with me. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you like these and you want to see me do more of them, hit me with your suggestions down below. I'll try to come up and do them as often as I can. So anyway, take care. Y'all be good. Talk to you soon. Peace.